Hello friends, today we are going to continue with chapter number 1, Heritage of India of Social Science, lecture 5. Today we are going to cover the topic India, Land and People. As we have discussed in the previous session about the meaning of heritage and culture, we understood about the two types of heritage, cultural heritage and natural heritage. Now moving towards another important topic, that is India, Land and People. As we learned in the previous session that Indian culture is the amalgamation of different cultures. We also learned that there were lots of people that came from different countries into India. They accepted our lifestyle, our traditions, our rituals, our names as it is and Indianized themselves. We Indian culture also accepted some of the positive things of the different countries' culture. So, our culture is considered as the mixture, as the amalgamation of different culture. Today, in this lecture, we are going to learn about the different tribes that came into India and Indianized themselves. As per the understanding, it is said that Dravidians were considered as the most ancient tribe that came into India and Indianized themselves. But according to the linguistic researchers, it is believed that before Dravidian also, there were some tribes who came into India and Indianized themselves. Let us learn about all such tribes that came into India and accepted our culture and Indianized themselves. First tribe that came into India was the Negritoid or Hapsi people. Here in all the tribes, we are going to learn about their origin, from where did they come, how was their physical characteristics, what were the physical characteristics, and in which works were they experts. First, let us learn about the Negritoids or the Hapsi people. They are believed to be the most ancient inhabitant of India. It is found that these Negritoids or Hapsi people were the most ancient, were the oldest tribe that settled into India. They came from Africa via Balochistan. Means the origin of this tribe was Africa. They came through Balochistan to India. They were black in color, they had curly hair and were 4 to 5 feet in height. This is the physical characteristics of these Negritoid or Hapsi people. Right? They were black in color, they had curly hair and their height was 4 to 5 feet. Now moving towards the second tribe, that was the Australoid or Nisa. Australoid or Nisa tribe. This tribe came from Southeast Asia. Means the origin of this tribe was Southeast Asia. From there they came into India. The remains of these tribes are found in Kol, Munda and Kasi tribe of Assam. At the present time also, in Assam, Kol, Munda and Kasi tribes are there. It is believed that their ancestors are still considered the Australoids or the Nisar peoples. They had broad head, flat nose and had short height. The physical characteristics of these Australoid peoples were they had broad head, flat nose and had short height. They were expert in making clay utensils and weaving cotton clothes. The work in which they were expert was that they used to make beautiful clay utensils, beautiful weaving cotton clothes, and they were expert in doing all these works. Another thing, and the important point is, this word Nisar, this name Nisar was given by the Aryans to these Australoid people when the Aryans later on came into India and settled over here. They gave this name Nisar to these Australoid people. Now the third important tribe, that is Dravidians. They were the creator of Mohenjo-daro culture. It is said they are the important tribe They were the creator of Mohenjo-daro culture. They belong to the Stone Age civilization. This tribe, that is the Dravidian tribe, they belong to the Stone Age civilization. They were highly religious. They worshipped Shiva as father and Parvati as mother. They also worshipped nature. These tribes were considered to be very religious tribe. They brought the concept of Shiva as father and Parvati as mother. They also brought the tradition of worshipping nature. As in Indian culture, we worship rivers, mountains, animals. This all tradition was brought by the Dravidians. They started worshipping nature. They gifted us the tradition of worshipping through Dhoop, Deep and Aarti. Again, as we all are aware that in Hindu culture, when we pray, when we worship our god and goddesses, we used to do Dhoop, we used to do Deep, we used to do Aarti. This tradition of worshipping our god and goddesses through Dhoop, Deep and Aarti was again brought and introduced by these Dravidians. In their families, women had more power compared to men. So it was matrilineal family system. In their matrilineal family system was followed. That means in their family, women had more power compared to men. They were expert in making boats, rafts, weaving, spinning, etc. The work they used to do, that was they used to make boats, rafts, spinning, weaving, etc. These were the works in which they were expert. They gave birth to 4 languages: Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam, which are spoken in South India even today. As we all are aware that in the present time also in South India, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Malayalam are the major language that is spoken. It is believed that these languages are the Dravidian language, as these languages were given birth by the Dravidians, and these had become a very important part. At present time also we can see this Dravidian language spoken in South India. Now moving towards the 4th tribe, that is the Mongoloids or the Kirats. They came from northeast China via Tibet and settled in North Assam, East Bengal, Sikkim and Bhutan. Here it is said the Mongoloids or the Kirats, their origin was northeast China. They came through Tibet and settled over North Assam, East Bengal, Sikkim and Bhutan. In these all areas we see these tribes. Their ancestors are believed to be the Mongoloids. They had yellow complexions, flat face, chubby cheeks and almond-shaped eyes. As we can see, the Chinese people, the physical characteristics of Chinese people, it was same like this, that they had yellow complexion, flat face, chubby cheeks and almond-shaped eyes, small eyes. So these were the physical characteristics of these Mongoloid tribes. Then another and very important tribe again along with these Dravidians, that is the Aryans. They were the most developed of all the tribes. If we consider Aryan, they were considered as the most developed tribe comparing to the all the tribes. They created mantras and prayed the nature by chanting these mantras. It is believed that these Aryans they were the nature lovers. They used to worship the nature like the Dravidians. They introduced the mantras that is used in Hindu culture. We used to use mantra when we worship our god and goddesses. They started worshipping nature through chanting these mantras. Then they gave rise to yagnas in Hindu culture. As we all are aware that in Hindu culture we used to do yagna. In the ancient time also, lots of saints used to do yagna to worship these god and goddesses. This tradition of worshipping the god and goddesses through yagna in Hindu culture was introduced by these Aryans. Hindu were called Aryans in ancient time, and the areas were densely populated was called Aryavrata. Here it is said the Hindus, they were called the Aryans in the ancient times, and the area where they were densely populated, where these Aryans were densely populated, that area was known as Aryavrata. This vast land was recognized as Bharat Bhumi, Bharat Khand and Bharatvarsh, etc. As we all know that for India, we also use different names in the ancient time. Here, where the Aryans used to live, such areas were also recognized with the name of Bharat Muni, Bharat Khand, Bharatvarsh, etc. So, these Aryans, they again, their influence was clearly seen among all the other tribes as well. As we discussed when we were discussing about the asteroid, that the name Nisar was given to asteroid by these Aryans. And we also look when we were studying about the Dravidians, that these tribes started their influence in North India, and that is why due to that reason the Dravidians that were settled in North India at that time, they have to shift themselves to South India. These Aryans, it is said that their civilization was more and more established towards the Sapt Sindhu river, and that is why these Aryans influenced their culture towards a very long time. Here it is said this vast land was recognized with different names that proved very important for the future generation as well. Then the other tribes. There were some other tribes as well who came into India and Indianized themselves. Other than these Negroid, Astroloid, Dravidians, Mangaloids and Aryans. The other tribes were Alpine, Dinarak and Armenoid tribe that came from Central Asia. The origin of these tribes was Central Asia, and they settled in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Bengal and Orissa. We have the information of this tribe that the ancestors of these tribes were found in the areas of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Bengal and Orissa.